Yes, good evening, everyone in the USA, including Canada, including Long Island, and the five boroughs of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka Lonely Nomad, aka Rookie Podcaster of Queens, New York, host with the most, and I am the Lonely Nomad, and I am the Gregonator, of course, and YouTuber. And you are now tuning in and rocking with Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, episode 73. Yes, I said 73. And how about that? It's crazy that we made it this far. And speaking of making things going far as levels, if you are new to the channel and you are a new listener, especially in the YouTube universe, and you miss any previous episodes whatsoever, don't worry, I got you. Make sure you grab the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, G Money Stacks 555. Be sure to enable alerts alongside with the notification bell so you can be reminded of when the show goes in the air via live stream. Also, be sure to be sure to leave a like alongside with the comment, alongside with everything that's going on. And be sure to share the video. Be sure to tell a friend to another friend, and also share the video and the podcast along with the audio streaming platforms, which will be discussed at the end of the show. Now, I want to do a little something in regards to um I want to do a little something before we even get into chatting on the jazz here. Uh I'm gonna start off with the simple task of um hold on. Will not be okay. Mental health check-in. So I decided to create a segment in regards to, people's mental health and stuff. And, for people who would ask me how my mental health is going mentally, physically, and spiritually, um, it's been a little challenging for me though, actually, man. And I'm just, taking things day by day, even though sometimes I'll have my days. As human beings, we're gonna have bad days, regardless of how much of a good job you do at work. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about them. It's not about the managers per se. I'm not gonna say that though. But there's a few factors when it comes to anxiety, which I have experienced for a while actually since this pandemic, aka slamdemic, been happening. And for me, it was like um I took it pretty hard. It was pretty hard for me, man. You know what I'm saying? The fact that I'm, losing um social life in terms of the way I meet people, as far as, my confidence, you know what I'm saying? And people don't realize when it comes to losing your social life, you're also losing the ability to actually, communicate with one another, because most of the time, yeah, it's pretty hard to actually communicate with people sometimes, especially if they're wearing face covers and stuff due to the pandemic, of course. um I really would like to know how to cope with this, but it's going to be a long time actually, so I'm not even going to really front though. So forgive me for not you know for not being able to you know care for other people, but I gotta take care of me first though, and that's a fact. And let's do a little bit of this. And yes, that was today's mental health check-in. Um, if you guys got any stories or what you guys want to actually, talk about as far as your mental health or what you've been through during the slamdemic, you're more than welcome to actually, be able to, express yourself. And what were the difficult challenges do you have to go through as far as like, I know sometimes it's pretty hard to, go on dates and stuff. And I never even heard of this virtual dating until I was watching TV a couple of days ago, and I was not sure how virtual dating works because I'm a little hesitant into doing virtual dating and dating sites because they're nothing but scams. You know what I mean? So you might want to be careful um on which website you go to. You might want to be careful and stuff. So that's my take on that one. And now we are going to go to now we're going to go to main primary segment called chatting on the jazz, which you guys should probably know by now. If you are a new listener, chatting on the jazz is basically about the main, not only the trending topics but also the topics that don't get the recognition. And that's why I do separate segment called mass New York mass transit files, which is basically about not only what's going on behind the scenes of mass transit of the MCA New York City Transit, and also um Nice Bus along with the MTA bus as well. Now, for those of you who are not from New York, I'm just giving you my perspective on what I have experienced over the years. And and don't be discouraged when I talk about mass transit in New York because I feel like as a commuter who takes two buses to work, I feel like it's important to feature mass transit on a podcast like this one because nobody else wants to talk about it. So I figured I'd use this as a platform to actually, discuss certain things that's gone wrong. Uh, what are the good news about it? We do have one story in regards to Laura Curran that will be um in our near mass transit files segment. So I won't forget about that one right there. And speaking of the the near mass transit files, actually, sorry about that. Pressed the wrong one. Um, and speaking of which, we're gonna go to our first topic actually in regards to a fan who decides to eat a whole jar of mayonnaise. Mind you, a whole jar of mayonnaise is a lot though. That's crazy though. That's crazy right there. For those of you just living under the rock in terms of what what I'm basically talking about, there's a story about a man, a football fan who decides to actually eat a whole jar of mayonnaise. And I don't know if that's a challenge. I highly doubt that's a challenge though. But let's get to this, shall we? So this goes something like this though. So um Glutton for punishment. Disgusting moment. College football fan scoffs down an entire tub of mayonnaise during Duke's Mayo Classic. A fan shoveled in large amounts of mayonnaise into his mouth at the Duke's Mayo Classic. Duke's mayonnaise became the official sponsor of the game in 2020 before it was canceled due to the pandemic. Earlier in the day, um, Eric Threlkeld, a Clemson alumni, poured an entire jar of mayonnaise on his head and rubbed it in. Oh man. The company awarded Del no, excuse me, Threlkeld with sweet tickets for his mayo stunt. But listen, by Alyssa Guzman for DailyMail.com. This is the stomach churning moment a college football fan shoveled mayonnaise into his mouth during the Duke's Mayo Classic between Georgia and Clemson. The gluttonous fan was caught on the jumbotron spooning Duke's brand mayo down his throat as others nearby cheered his antics during the clash between the five powerhouses on Saturday. The student is speculated to be Coleman Barsanti. No, Barsanti. Coleman Barsanti, a senior at Clement University, after Instagram users tagged him in the post. One fan in the comments wrote in quote, "What's his app name? Um, I want to know if he's okay." One user replied, Coleman Barsani. You're right, man. Although Barsanti's social media pages remain bare of the video, he did reply to one Twitter user who didn't trust that it was actual mayonnaise in the jar and speculated that the contracts no, excuse me, the content could have been something more appetizing like frosting. Um so let's see. I don't know about that. He wrote, I wish, bruh. A Clemson student rose to the challenge and shoveled in heaping spoonful after spoonful of the new sponsor's condiment at the Duke's Mayo Classic game. What loss? One fan outshined the defeat of his team to the delight of spectators by eating mayonnaise. Why would you eat mayonnaise as a fucking I get that it's part of a competition, but don't make a challenge out of this, man. Seriously. All you TikTok fans out there, do not make this mayonnaise shit a challenge, man. Seriously, because that's a no-no right there. Um so okay, Clemson played Georgia and lost 10-3 at the Duke's Mayo Classic, which is played every year in Charlotte, North Carolina. Although the student hasn't confirmed his identity on social media, one user believed to be the student Coleman Barsanti was quick to reply that it was mayonnaise in the jar when a Twitter user speculated it was something more advertising. Um, the popular mayonnaise company became the official sponsor of the game last year, but the event was canceled. Yeah, I did see that. Georgia defeated Clemson 10-3, but Clemson Barstool made light of the loss by posting the video on their Instagram page with the caption in quote, if there was anything we won at on Saturday, it was most certainly the mayo eating contest with a skill emoji. Oh boy. Okay, fans were readily prepared to welcome the condiment company as the new sponsor of the game, which was previously known as the Belk Bowl in Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh boy, I did not know that. Hey, good to know. Um, okay, earlier in the day, another fan poured a whole jar over his head and rubbed it all over his body. Oh gosh. Yo. The Mayo Company became the special sponsor of the game last year before it was canceled. I already read that one. Dukes tweeted hashtag pour mayo on your body challenge 2K 2K21. What? They made this a challenge? Really? Really though? And their Mayo King, Eric Threlkel, a Clemson alumni and cancer survivor, delivered. The company even gave um um Threadkel sweet tickets after he cleaned himself up. Oh boy. Okay, Duke's mayonnaise is the third most popular brand in the country and is known for using a higher ratio of egg yolks compared to competitor, um competitors um competitors actually, excuse me, Hellsman and Crafts. The company founded by Eugenia Duke in 1917 started selling sandwiches with her homemade mayonnaise to soldiers at Fort Sevier in South Carolina for 10 cents. Damn. Only making a 2-cent profit off each sandwich, according to its website. Um, that's that's pretty interesting to know. Mayor King Eric um Threlkeld, a Clemson alumni, got into the spirit and used Duke's mail in a public stint. He poured an entire jar of the condiment over his head, and the company even upgraded him to sweet tickets for it. By 1918, Duke sold her 11,000th sandwich and bought a delivery truck. By 1919, she was selling 10,000 sandwiches a day, according to Southern Living. She went on to sell her sandwiches in stores and eventually sold her famous recipe to C.F. Sawyer in 1929, who was mass produced the product and put it out on the shelves. Wow. Wow. Wow, that's unbelievable right there, man. That's very unbelievable, and I'm not too sure if that's the cleverest way to do things. Um, I don't know. I don't know, man. I wouldn't even try that challenge to be honest with you. That's something I I couldn't even believe they made a challenge out of it. I knew it was TikTokers that actually did this right there. Oh shoot. This is crazy, man. Oh my goodness. Look, this whole shit with Demi Lovato, with the whole idea that we can't use the word aliens anymore, it kind of pissed me off a bit. And I'm gonna get to Neil deGrasse Tyson along with different the difference between aliens and extraterrestrials. So I'm gonna get to that in a second. Um, so this is what happened. Um, how does Demi Lovato know that aliens are offended by the term aliens? She doesn't know shit, man. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Singer actress Demi Lovato has a new show coming out with her sister Dallas. Not to be confused with the Dallas Cowboys, which is Charlemagne the God's team, by the way. Okay. Um yeah, we're gonna actually get into this right now, man. Let's get this ad. We're gonna get into this shit though, man. Hold up. Um, I want to actually get to. Well, hang on a minute. Okay. Yes, we're gonna talk about this. So, of course, and their best friend Matthew, as they attempt to uncover the truth about UFO phenomena. Lovato made headlines after she encouraged others to stop calling aliens extraterrestrial beings because, according to Lovato, aliens is a derogatory term. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? This is the thing I hate about hypersensitive motherfuckers, right? It's like anytime somebody says something or a particular word or whatever, like aliens, like come on, man. Last time I checked, and I've been watching a lot of sci-fi TV shows and stuff, and some movies about it. Last time I checked, aliens are not human beings. No, they're not. No, they're not human beings, though. So just bear with me, folks. And whoever keeps telling you that aliens are human beings is a fucking idiot. Oh man. In this clip, Pat Gray Unleashed host Pat Gray shared the story involving the former Disney star and joked that maybe we should change Demi's name to Demi Lovato. Oh shit. Oh my goodness. Demi Lovato. Oh shit. Oh man. He later raised the question of how Demi could even know that aliens are offended by the use of the term. Of course, aliens don't talk. Are you serious? Aliens don't fucking talk. Like, seriously. Okay, seriously. This is crazy, man. I mean, there's gotta be more to this story, man. Hold on. There's gotta be more to this story. Hey, I'm curious to know what the hell she. let me just do this. Okay, calling them extraterrestrials, blah blah blah. You talking about how? Hold on. So she says in quote, hold on a minute, man. Wait. So you might want to think twice before using the word alien again. Man, come on. Demi Lovato reveals something interesting about her how we refer to extraterrestrial life during an interview with Pedestrian TV. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my gosh. Um, so I think that we need to stop calling them aliens because aliens is a derogatory term for anything they say. Man, that's why I like to call them ETs. First of all, I'm gonna get the Neil Grass Tyson in a minute with his reaction. So this is ridiculous, man. This is fucking ridiculous. So they have a series follows the singer as they search for evidence of UFOs. Like, really though? Hang on a minute here, guys. I'm trying to really figure out this information. This is ridiculous, man. This is so fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry, man, but this really pissed me off a bit. Uh, this pissed me off, and it's also fucking laughable right there. Um, so it's okay. Gender confused. Oh shit. This is the same Demi Lovato who said that she was like what non-binary. And I'm not calling nobody about no damn pronouns, man. Okay, so gender confused pop star Demi Lovato said during a recent interview for a news show on NBC Universal that extraterrestrial beings should not be called aliens as the word carries with it a negative stereotype. Man, during the interview, this is fucking unbelievable, man. During an interview with Pedestrian about her UFO themed show, which is called Unidentified with Demi Lovato, she stood in solidarity with space aliens in only a way a leftist could. She demanded they be shown respect by not being misspecified. Specied? Really? Really though? Man, come on. Okay, I think that if there were beings that could harm us, we would have been gone a long time ago, the singer said. I also think that if there are civilizations that are of consciousness in order in other dimensions, which has been the technology to be able to travel through space, I think that they are looking for nothing but peaceful encounters and interactions because, like I said, if they wanted us gone, we would have been gone a long time ago. Lovato then made a comment that aliens wouldn't want our planet as we're running it into the ground and added, I think the ones that bother me are that they are harmful or that they'll come and take over the planet. She then got down to talking about how she really feels about the potential for be life beyond. I really think that if there was anything out there that would want to do that to us, it would have happened by now, she said. But I think that we have to stop calling them aliens because aliens is a derogatory term for anything. That's why I called them ETs. Yeah, there are certainly no intelligent life during that line of conversation. Lovato, age 29, came out earlier this year as non-binary, NPR reported. That means she no longer identifies as being female. At the same time, she does not consider herself male. Man, you got to be fucking kidding me, man. My question is like this. This is so fucking unbelievable, man. Oh my god. Oh man. This is fucking unbelievable. I'm sorry for laughing, folks, but this is way fucking confusing to me. Oh man. Yo, how do you say you're not how do you say you don't want to be identified as a female, but then you already have like, but then you already have like, other features and stuff. Like I'm not even gonna go there on the body parts and stuff like that. I mean, you guys should know this by now, man. I'm not even gonna go there on that one. This is not human anatomy 101 here. So pedestrian during its publication of the interview offered the singer the courtesy of referring to her as them and not she. Oh, come on, man. Isn't that fucking confusing enough? My God, man. It's fucking confusing enough already, man. This is fucking confusing, man. I'm sorry, man, but this is confusing. This is very confusing. I'm sorry. Listen, oh my gosh, which is obvious. Our society is crumbling. Lovato was confused before her remarks about life in space, yet she uh, ast- ast- astutely pointed out the fact that if there is life out there, it might not be inclined to make contact with people while visiting Earth. If that's true, it's because of people like her. No, she's not. Oh, she's not right on this one, man. I'll get to Neil deGrasse Tyson in a second. Our culture grows dumber and more grotesque with each passing month, it seems. People actually indulge the left's frontline lunatics in their every delusion, not just about gender pronouns, but also not, no, also now with regard to what we call the things supposedly piloting unidentified flying objects. Lovato was presumably lumping also flying ETs in with illegal migrants from Central America and Mexico when she called alien a derogatory term. Oh, come on, man. We can't have intergalactic beings offended. First of all, like I said before, man, first of all, aliens don't fucking talk, okay? They're not human beings. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Would you say that a monster is a fucking human being? No, it's not. A monster is not a fucking human being. just like just like any other animals that you could think of. You can't say that shit, man. And I don't find it to be a fact either. That's more of a fucking myth, man. I'm sorry. I don't really see how that could be considered a fucking I don't know, man. This is ridiculous, man. I'm already more pissed off, just like Harvey Levin. Oh man. I'm really pissed off as it is, man. Oh my gosh, man. Anyway, um, anyway, um, yeah, we just we can't have intergalactic beings offended, just as we can't have Mexican drug cartel soldiers and the people they traffic feeling disrespected. Well, see, respect goes both ways, man. It's a two-way street. It has to be earned, and it has to be something that you're probably trying to do good on. You know what I mean? This is not. This is not. Man, let me continue this shit, man. That's one of the problems with out of touch modern celebrities. Lovato, in a hypothetical conversation about aliens from outer space, was more concerned about how to refer to them rather than anything else. Even in the event these hypothetical beings were hostile, Lovato was more worried about not offending them than expressing a sentiment for self-preservation. Oh my goodness. Man, human aliens are entering our country along the border. Some of them are spreading infections, while others are smuggling in human slaves and drugs. They are all making a mockery of our country's sovereignty. What does that have to do with the fucking word aliens? I'm confused. I'm fucking confused right now. How has the Biden administration responded? The federal government seemingly taken a page from the book of a troubled singer declared in recent months that such people are not to be called aliens. Get the fuck out of here. Maybe we now know who is really running the White House. This article appeared originally on another news outlet. The Post pronoun policeman. She's not a fucking police cop, man. Like, why are y'all putting this in this article? Says extraterrestrials find the term alien offensive appeared first on WND. Man, let me hold on. I want to get to the damn difference between the fucking. Let's go to the difference between aliens and fucking extraterrestrials, shall we? So, an extraterrestrial is something like this, originating from outside of the Earth's atmosphere, from space, or from another planet, alien to Earth or its environment. Of course, a being originally outside uh, of the Earth's atmosphere, from space, or from another planet, an alien. Um, and as for the alien word right here, a person, animal, plant, or other thing which is from outside the family, group, organization, or territory under consideration. Really? Really though? Okay. Let's see what Neil deGrasse Tyson has to say on this thing. Whoa. I know he has a lot to say about this, man. Oh shit. Oh man. So so this is what Neil deGrasse Tyson said on TMZ. Earth to Demi, don't worry about offending aliens. Okay. Neil deGrasse Tyson thinks Demi Lovato needs a reality check because their belief that using the term aliens is derogatory doesn't make any sense for many amusing reasons in his eyes. The famed astrophysicist seemed just as befuddled as almost everyone else over Demi's stance against calling otherworldly beings aliens. Demi prefers saying ETs, and even more so, he thinks Laval's being very presumptuous. Yes, I have to agree. I have to agree with this guy, man. Yes. Oh man. For starters, Tyson points out humans really haven't had any interactions with space aliens. So, how the heck do we know what they're thinking or feeling? Do they even feel? Also, Tyson wonders how Demi knows aliens would even be offended by the term, unless there's a Rosetta Stone for English and the mothership. Oh man, this is so laughable right here. This is laughable right here. I'm sorry, man. um Neo acknowledges Demi is being considered to a fault, perhaps, and while he totally supports not calling human beings aliens, he's missing Demi's point. For once, we're on the same level with someone as brilliant as Neo. Feels good. If you missed it, Demi made their controversial thoughts known during an interview promoting their new Peacock special called Unidentified, saying, I think that we have to stop calling them aliens because aliens is a derogatory term for anything. TMZ broke it down on the latest episode of their podcast. Demi, who came out as non-binary earlier this year and uses the pronouns they and them, seems to be hypersensitive about words offending beings from all galaxies and froyo shops. Okay, let me tell you something before I get to the damn fucking next topic though, man. This is my feeling about this. This is a woman who's fucking confused, okay? This is the same woman who said, and I previously talked about this, and I actually made a statement in one of my homeboys' Instagram live in regards to Demi Lovato, who has a podcast called 4X with Demi Lovato, which I can't really stomach this shit as far as the fact that you know you're talking as if that aliens are basically acting like they got feelings. How the fuck do you know? Have you even encountered with an alien that got feelings? Did you even hear an alien talk? How do you know what the voice sounds? You know what I mean? This is so fucking ridiculous, man. And Neil deGrasse Tyson, I am glad that he just stepped in and just broke this shit down, man. And to say that she's fucking confusing and presumptuous, which is a big word, man. I really, I really like this guy right here, man. I really agree with this guy. He knows more than Demi Lovato. Dumb. Someone said Demi Lovato in the article. Oh man. A round of applause for Neil deGrasse Tyson, knowing what he is talking about here, man. All right. All right. I've been holding on to this topic for a long time, a couple weeks ago, after what happened with Hurricane Ida. For those of you who are living under a rock, there was a recent storm slash hurricane, Hurricane Ida, that actually hit certain parts of New Jersey, Louisiana, and certain states, along with the New York boroughs, as far as the train stations, including the Jefferson Street in Brooklyn. And of course, one of the buses in Queens got flooded inside, which I couldn't believe. And I never seen a flood like this in my life, where water is like on the parked car engines that's parked outside people's cribs. That's crazy, man. And here's the article that goes like this, though, man. And one of them has to do with a particular person who is a New York freelance photographer who was looking for a grub man delivery man in the store that he was stuck in. So we're gonna get into this, man. So A delivery man struggled through flood waters. The man who filmed him wants to give him $1,700. Okay, so the image struck Johnny Miller right away. A hooded delivery man waded through waist deep water, clutching someone's takeout order in a white plastic bag and wheeling his electric bicycle while all around him people in cars waited for firefighters to rescue them. Mr. Miller, age 40, a freelance photographer, captured the scene on video as he stood at the intersection of North 11th and Roebling Streets in Williamsburg, Brooklyn at 10:02 p.m. on Wednesday, getting soaked by the ferocious storm. It stood out to him as a vivid example of the city's economic inequality. End quote. Seeing this guy push his bicycle past these people in Mercedes to deliver Chinese food just turned my stomach, um, Mr. Miller said. Some of us have the privilege to not work during a disaster, and some of us don't. Um, he tweeted the clip from his account, Unequal Scenes, which documents poverty and inequality around the globe. And through it all, username Grubhub delivery still out there bringing you dinner, he wrote. Though he noted that he was unsure if the person worked for Grubhub or a different delivery service. Um, okay. The clip immediately began to spread and has since been viewed over 6 million times. Representatives Alexandra Ocasio Cortez of New York shared the video urging people not to order delivery during the storm. If it's too dangerous for you, it's too dangerous for them, she wrote. Raid your cabinets or ask a neighbor for help. That's a good thought, though. That's a good lesson. Others, including Eliza Orlins, a former candidate for Manhattan District Attorney, and the sports journalist David Aldridge, echoed that plea. You can't have a bowl of cereal for dinner on a night like this. Oh shit. Oh man. Um, Food delivery companies offer extra money to deliver drivers when demand is high, which can result in dangerous incentives as drivers weigh a particularly lucrative night against risks to their health and safety. By midday Thursday, more than 10 news organizations had reached out to uh Mr. Miller offering money to license the clip. He said he intends to contribute the funds, more than 1,700 so far, to the delivery man in the film. But first, he has to determine his identity. I really hope I can find him. Yeah, really hope that, really hope that, really hope that they can find the guy. Well, hopefully they do. And I know it's been like a month, but it takes time for rescue missions and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of rescue missions, for those of you who are new listeners and new YouTubers out there who basically don't know what's going on, we are live and direct on StreamYard, YouTube, and also 17 Live, which is what I'm doing right now. So hopefully, everybody that's following me on 17 Live at G Money Stacks, Queens, New York, be sure to share the live stream. Show me some love by some snackies, um, other fancy stuffs, so I can maintain my goals. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna say on that right there. So I'll repeat that at the end of the show. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna go to um yeah, we're gonna go to this is a story I had to hold for a long time actually, man. And I couldn't wait to actually talk about this. Um So just bear with me, folks. Um, all right. So Hip Hop Wired, and this is regarding Andre 3000, by the way, of Outcast, by the way. So Andre 3000 explains why Life of the Party didn't make the Donda album. Three Stacks has spoken. Let's see. We're gonna so okay, hold on a minute here. Okay, so Drake dipped into his petty bag and leaked a Kanye West song called Life of the Party that features a standout lyricism from Andre 3000. Speculation about why the song wasn't on Donda and debate over the bars aimed at Drake on Ye's verse soon started running rampant. But Three Stacks himself has shed some light on what went down. Okay, while on Andre 3000's verse is deeply personal as he raps about the passing of both of his parents. Yeezy's has some introspection, but what most people are talking about are its shots at Drake and his once again doubling down on his team mega affiliations. But Three Stacks issued a statement to Rolling Stone explaining where his head was at when he created his verse. Um, okay. A few weeks ago, Kanye reached out about me being a part of the Donda album. I was inspired by his idea to make a musical tribute to his mom. Andre 3000 told RS. It felt appropriate to me to support the Donda concept by referencing my own mother, who passed away in 2013. We both shared that loss. I thought it was a beautiful choice to make a clean album, but unfortunately, I didn't know that was the plan before I wrote and recorded my verse. It was clear to me that an edited, clean format of the verse would not work without having the raw original also available. So sadly, I had to be omitted from the original album release. Nevertheless, the verse is out there, and the responding, no, sounding, excuse me, consensus is that it only cements Andre's status as a GOAT rapper. I guess LL Cool J's not the only GOAT out here, huh? The Outkast rapper also mentioned he was down to work with people who inspire, who inspire him like Kendrick Lamar, Little Baby, Tyler the Creator, and Jay Z. Sounds great to us. So does this mean the Donna Deluxe album is going to be like 3 hours? Okay. First of all, let me ask this question, man, before I even let me ask this question before I even continue. And let me take a drink on this one because this is kind of crazy. Since when in the hell somebody like that creates an album that's 3 hours long? Are you serious? A 3 hour album? Really? Like, come on, man. You gotta be kidding me. Like, that's even more crazier than the time Chris Brown made 45 songs on his album, which which is probably the first time he's ever did this. This is actually the first time R&B pop star Chris Brown actually did 45 songs, which is a prime example of things. But a 3 hour album? Like, I don't know if I would listen to a 3 hour album, man. That right there is it's a little much and a little bit sus to me, man. Um oh shit. Oh man. oh man. Oh my gosh. Um, yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm not too sure if I will actually listen to an album like that, though, man. Unfortunately, that I don't know if that will work for me. To be honest with you, I don't know, man. This is kind of crazy, man. Oh man. And speaking of something crazy, let me get to um yeah, I want to get to the Giannis thing. All right. So so forgive me if I can't pronounce the basketball's last name. His last name is kind of hard to pronounce. I'm just gonna go by his first name, so just bear with me. So Giannis and the singer rapper Drake collaborating on Certified Lover Boy merchandise. 2 seasons ago, superstar Canadian rapper singer no, Canadian rapper, ringer, songwriter Drake was trash talking Giannis from the sidelines during the 2019 Eastern Conference Finals. Now Drake is supposedly collaborating with Giannis for his upcoming line of Certified Lover Boy merchandise. Drake and Giannis have a collab in the works. I need a freak. What? Oh shit. Oh man, 48 hours ago, Drake, who is a Toronto Raptors superfan, posted a photo of an unreleased black Nike t-shirt with the phrase "I need a freak." Oh shit. The reference was certainly to Giannis, whose nickname is the Greek Freak. The Greek Freak. Fans of both the singer and the NBA champion began to speculate soon after the post whether the two were collaborating on a line of merchandise, but there is no official confirmation on this yet. This could be a clever marketing ploy by Drake, whose albums also called Certified Lover Boy also dropped Friday, September 3rd recently. Giannis, the 2021 NBA Finals MVP, is one of the biggest names in the NBA and is immensely popular with hoops fans across the world. Um, let's see. Let's see. Both Drake and Giannis are sponsored by Nike, so it would make perfect sense if the duo did jointly collaborate on a merchandising line with the sneaker and sports apparel company. However, this would be the first time Giannis collaborated on merch with anyone besides Nike for that matter. Giannis has been soaking in the spotlight after helping the Milwaukee Bucks win their first NBA title in 50 years. Very recently, he was referenced in the artist Kanye West's 10th studio album, Donda. In the title track on Janya, Kanye gave a huge shout out to Giannis with the lines, "Let's be honest, what? Mm-mm. Let me be honest. I won with the Bucks, boy. Let, let me be honest. I won with the Bucks, boy." Oh wow. Um, West is not the first to include Giannis in a song. That list is already long, with names such as Public Enemy, Little Wayne, The Baby, Polo G, Travis Scott, Nicki Minaj, and Moneybagg Yo, giving him the honors. Giannis is a two-time regular season MVP, 2021 NBA champion, NBA Finals MVP, 2019 to 2020 Defensive Player of the Year, and 2016 to 2017 Most Improved Player. He is also a five-time All-Star. Wow. So congrats to Giannis, even though I can't pronounce his last name. So congratulations to the MVP player. Let's see. Our next topic has to do, of course, Nick Cannon. Now, before I go into the whole Nick Cannon thing, um, I said I wanted to discuss the whole Laurel Curran thing in a particular segment that I didn't get a chance to talk about. Um, I want to talk about it in this segment called the New York Mass Transit Files. Now, for those of you who may not know what that is, this is basically about the particular stories going behind the scenes of the MTA, New York City Transit. Of course, Nice Bus. There's also MTA Bus. There's also stories in Long Island and stuff like that that don't get the recognition and stuff like that. So in this case, this has to do with Laurel Curran. So basically, Nassau County Executive Laurel Curran announces expansion of rental assistance program. So this is how it goes in this thing. Renters in need can now get 3 additional months of rent paid. Nassau County, New York, um, Nassau County Executive Laurel Curran today announced an expansion of the Nassau County Rental Assistance Program that will increase rental payments for eligible recipients from 3 months to 6 months if recipients can demonstrate an ongoing need. Nassau County is increasing payments for eligible recipients of the rent relief program to include not only 3 months rent arrear, but also an additional 3 months of rental payment for the period beginning April 2020. So long as recipients can demonstrate ongoing need. Applicants who were previously qualified to receive 3 months of rental arrears may be able to take advantage of this as well. Under the county's rental assistance program, payments are made directly to the landlord or property owner after the tenant's loss in wages, pay, and income eligibility has been demonstrated. The county is also taking new steps to ensure that residents in need can access the rental assistance program, including simplifying what is required as proof of loss of income. The county has also expanded multilingual staffing at the Department of Services and the Boost Nassau Resource Center in partnership with Community Development Corporation of Long Island, which includes, no, excuse me, which administers the rent relief program. Residents can visit on cdcli.org to learn more and apply. COVID-19 has put tenants and landlords in a difficult place, and I am pleased to say that more help is on the way. Providing this additional relief and making it more accessible, Nassau is extending a lifeline to those struggling from the financial burden and uncertainty of the pandemic. This is another example of Nassau County effectively utilizing federal COVID relief funds to help those in need and support a strong economic recovery for all communities, said Nassau County Executive Laura Curran. Um, Nassau County residents continue to struggle with the multifaceted impacts of COVID-19. The changes to the county's program strive to address the housing, financial, and mental health concerns the pandemic has created. CDCLI is proud to continue its partnership with the county and bring greater, more accessible relief to renters and landlords throughout our communities, said Gwen O'Shea, President and CEO CDCLI. The county will continue to utilize funding set aside from its allocation of Federal Community Development Block Grant COVID 19 CDBG CV relief funds through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. The county has directed CDBG CV funds throughout the pandemic to support Nassau residents and businesses, including food distribution efforts, boost Nassau grants for restaurants, businesses, loans, and free FREE PPE kits for small businesses, increased mental health and support services. That's interesting. That's actually that's a good way to actually help out people, man. Because that's what a county executive is supposed to do, is help out people, not care about the fucking rich in the South Shore, as the YouTuber Pine Power RLI speaking out. Shouts to Pine Power RLI for speaking out on some issues that local news on Long Island don't really want to talk about. I will do my best, but it's not going to be guaranteed. I will do my best to touch on stories about what's going on Long Island, because people need to hear this and stuff like that. And I remember Luris was asking me, do you think people care about Long Island? Like, come on, man. I ain't create this podcast for nothing. I created this podcast to actually, reach out to people as far as like, the disparity and the ostracized situations, as far as like, Long Islanders, especially the ones that live in the middle of Long Island. And I work in the middle of Long Island, as a matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? And it really, really pains me to hear that people in Long Island, of course, in the middle, are not getting the recognition that they deserve. So I'm gonna do the best I can here. So just bear with me. It ain't gonna be promised, and it's not gonna be guaranteed, but I will do what I can, because I'm human first at the end of the day. So let's continue. So separately, Nassau County and CDCLI continue to assist with outreach for the Federal Emergency Rental Assistance Program, specifically for the city of Long Beach and Glen Cove. The county's team at the Boast Nassau Resource Center also direct residents from the other communities in how to apply for ERAP assistance available through separate town programs. So here's what the eligibility consists of. So, Nassau County Rent Relief Program overview, and eligible applicants. Listen to this. Individuals renting a home or apartment in Nassau County, as indicated in a lease agreement in effect as of March 2020, renters' total household income must be at least or below 80% of the area median income. For a single person, the maximum income is $70,900. For two persons, $81,050. For three persons, $91,150, etc. So monthly rental payments can go up to HUD's established 2020 fair market rents by unit size as follows: efficiency 1,298, one bedroom $1,624,000, two-bedroom $1,992, three-bedroom $2,563, etc. Renters must have a demonstrated loss of income due to COVID-19. Renter must have been current on their rent prior to March 2020 and not be related to the property owner landlord. Applicants will have to disclose any funds they've received to assist with missed rent payments, such as the New York State COVID rent relief program. Individuals may still qualify for the Nassau County rent arrears program if there is still an outstanding rental arrears, but they are not permitted to accept a duplication of award slash rent from both programs. Application process. Um, Impacted renters submit an online initial inquiry form. Um, Only one is necessary per household. Although residents are encouraged to complete the process online, support will be available by phone if needed. Arrangements and landlords. Payments will be made directly to the property owner slash property manager. Property owner slash landlord must agree to accept the program funds as payment in full for the covered months. By enhancing the assistance that is available to qualified renters, um, Nassau County is taking an important step um, toward addressing the economic challenges faced by tenants and landlords alike. This is especially important for homeowners who rely upon the revenue from an accessory apartment to pay a portion of their bills, said Nassau County Legislator Deborah Muley. I applauded County Executive Curran for embracing a comprehensive approach to rent relief and dedicating the necessary resources to overcoming any language barriers we may encounter during this process. So that's actually a good start for that's actually a good start, man. I'm actually glad that she's doing this though, man, because people out there is actually struggling and scrambling right now. Like you got unemployment that was rising like crazy and stuff. So it's kind of like they really need all the help they could get though, man. So congrats. And our last topic of the day this evening has to do with Nick Cannon. And of course, Nick Cannon just premiered his daytime talk show, which is the same name. And he recently had Cannon play on his show. So this is according to Hip Hop DX. Um So Nick Cannon credits Cannon Play for his success. If it wasn't for y'all, there would be no me. So Nick Cannon has been the butt of many jokes in hip hop, but the Wild 'N Out creator at Cannon acknowledged who paved the way for individuals like him. During an episode of his Nick Cannon talk show on Wednesday, October 6th, which was last week, Cannon honored guests and 80s, early 90s hip hop legends Cannon Play, championing the two as pioneers for transitioning from music to film and beyond. End quote. This is one of the most exciting moments for me in my career because I've told you guys this in private. But if it wasn't for y'all, there would be no me. Cannon told the duo. A kid growing up in the hood in the project, but seeing somebody that didn't necessarily have to always be promoting or perpetrating violence in their music, even though I love all the hardcore stuff. You guys made me smile. You guys made me dance. Um, Christopher Kid Reed told Ken we were just doing it. Two cats from Queens. Yo, I didn't even know. I didn't even know they were from Queens, New York, man. That's crazy. That's crazy and that's interesting right there. Hold up, man. Um, of course, yeah, two cats from Queens that grew up around the corner from each other that wanted to have that fun loving atmosphere that you talked about. It was born out of a real friendship. Nobody put us together. We grew up around the corner from each other. So I think later on when you saw the movies, the music and everything else, the chemistry was real. Um Kenya Play released three albums during their heyday as recording artists. In 1988, their debut album, Too Hype, went gold, as did their 1990 follow up, Funhouse. The duo gained greater pop culture reverence with the House Party franchise, releasing the first three films from 1990 to 1993. Well, of course, I'm actually glad that I'm watching Nick Cannon's daytime talk show because he wants to be able to give flowers to all his guests that he features on the show. So I'm actually glad that he's giving flowers to Ken and Play, the most legendary duo of hip hop that I grew up watching, that I grew up watching house party movies and of course their music though, man. And this is an example of timeless classic music. You cannot put a fucking time frame on timeless music. That's very classic. You know what I'm saying? And that's the real fucking truth right here, man. So round of applause for Nick Cannon for giving flowers to Kid and Play. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so I'm glad you guys enjoyed this episode 73. If you like what you heard in today's episode or previous episodes whatsoever, please be sure to show some love by making a charitable donation to support the show Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast by the Cash App, which is G dot okay, $ G Money Stacks 555. That's $ capital G, lowercase MONEY, capital S, lowercase TACKZ 555. It's not about breaking the bank, folks. It's about doing the best you can or whatever amount you want to put, whether it's whether it's $1, whether it's $4.99 close to $5, whether it's $9.99 close to $10, whatever amount you want to put that you're comfortable with will be appreciated because that's what really matters right here. And also before I even go to the stream platforms on the go, listen to this, man. Before I go to the Instagram handles and stuff where you can find me, the first main social media handle is for you guys to follow me on 17 Live at G Money Stacks, Queens, New York. That's 17 Live at G Money Stacks, Queens, New York. I'm doing a live stream on there right now. And I will get to your comments in a second. So let's go to the Instagram handles right here. First and foremost, you want to know where you can follow the show? You can follow the show on Facebook and Instagram, all in one word with the same name, Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, alongside with excellent, fun, vibrant podcast, the Sports Edition Show, and Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, and my primary handle on the gram, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. All right. Now we could go to the streaming platforms on the go right here, though, man. As I said, so listen. Be sure to subscribe to Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on these streaming platforms as I list them. So here we go. So you can follow the show's episodes on Podorama. We are on Anchor, Audacity, Spotify, Audio Burst. We are on Deezer, TuneIn Plus Alexa, Player FM, Podchaser, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, Podcast Addict, Breaker, Castbox FM, Listen Notes, Podbay, Podfriend. Be sure to go to the two links, Podfriend and Podchaser, so you can be able to give a 5-star rating. Even though you don't have anything to say, a 5-star rating will actually be appreciated. So there you go. We are on Reason FM. We are on Google Podcasts. Don't forget to listen to Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast episodes on Amazon Music, Audible, iHeartRadio, the number one app for music, radio, and podcasts. And last but not least, the YouTube. Listen to this, folks. Go grab the subscribe button. Be sure to enable alerts along with the notification bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream, more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes, along with the topics that was discussed. Make sure you download your favorite episodes. It really helps the show progress. And I believe last time I checked Anchor, I know the people from Atlanta, Georgia, and along with certain states were listening to the episodes. I really appreciate you guys in the USA. I really appreciate you guys from California, as far as LA, San Francisco, the Bay Area. Some people call it the Yay area. And other areas in California, alongside with along with Canada, along with areas of Canada, actually, to be exact. And of course, I cannot forget the people from Cambria Heights, certain parts of Queens, Forest Hills, a little bit of the Bronx, a little bit of Brooklyn. I appreciate you guys, man. It really means a lot to me. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here to actually, show you the laughs from the hardship of last year. And like I always say, man, Scorpio's piece said it best though, man. This is about inspiring one another. This is not about competition. It's not about, spewing hate. It's not about spewing hate on somebody's success or whatever case scenario may be. That shit is not cool for me, man. That is not cool. I do have something to say along with the streaming platform after. No, actually, I already covered that. So after I finish with the YouTube directions, so let me continue. Also, be sure to share the videos along with tell a friend to another friend, and make sure you share the podcast along with audio streaming platforms, along with the link that says the one it says Linktree/G Money Stacks. Be sure to share that link as well, along with the audio streaming platforms that was discussed just now. And like I always say at the end of the show, be sure to reach out to your loved ones, along with your husbands, your wives, your friends, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, because They might be fine on the outside, but on the inside, there might not be the case. So you don't have to wait every year of May for Mental Health Awareness Month to actually, reach out to somebody to see how they're doing mentally, physically, and spiritually. And the reason why I asked during the mental health check-in, of course, I made the hashtag and I made a segment because mental health is important to me. And as an example of myself who's been struggling with anxiety during the slamdemic last year, which me and my sister was talking about this, it really hit me when I didn't even know that my older sister, who's not here anymore, had anxiety. I didn't understand it at first until I actually gave a realization that it's not about getting it. It's about the feeling. It's based on the feeling with your mind and stuff. Like anything scary, anything, that's about to happen or whatever case scenario may be. So, that's why I talk about mental health matters as well. So it's because it's not a taboo subject anymore, man. It ain't no fucking taboo shit. It's not taboo anymore, folks. So I'm just want to stress this out there. Um, you know, and there's no time frame on reaching out to somebody. You know what I'm saying? You can't put a time frame on everything in life, especially if you're trying to reach out to somebody that's important to you, that you care about. And, you know, um, it's all about following your instincts, your heart, your soul, your mind, and logic sense. Because I believe common sense is not always common, right? And that's a fact. That's a fucking fact. It's not always fucking common. So, if you have a dream of any career field you want to do, or if you want to become a podcaster and you would like to create a show like I'm doing with the 3 shows on YouTube right now, of course you could follow the Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast YouTube channel page alongside with my other YouTube channel page, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition Show. And along with this page, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. So you can look at the Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast episodes, which is previously recorded, and it will be automatically uploaded to the YouTube channel page. Here's some things that you need to do if you want to become a podcaster like myself with 3 shows. All right. So what you need is a laptop or computer. You need headphones and you need a microphone. And I was explaining to somebody earlier who was on the Poco app that I was on earlier. They was trying to start a podcast. So this person was asking me some advice. So I did the same for my cousin, and I did the same for my for one of the streamers and stuff. So I'm gonna bring it to you like this, like the Oreo cookies that I eat from the plastic bag, all right? You did. Yeah, for those of you, that's a Easter egg reference from an old LL Cool J joint, Pink Cookies in a Plastic Bag. I'm pretty sure anybody remembers that music video. So yo, I'm pretty sure anybody remembers that joint, man. I'm pretty sure anybody remembers though. But um what I said to the streamer earlier on the Poco app is basically, be yourself. Be able to speak your truth, be able to Come up with a unique name for your show that nobody has ever heard before, so you don't sound, mimically, gimmickly, and all the other stuff. Also, don't worry about the competition. Don't worry about trying to please the consumers, the listeners, the viewers, and all that other stuff. It's all about you having fun with your podcast. And podcasting is about um your your what you think about the topics along with your thoughts and talks, opinions and facts. So express yourself, be you, be authentic, creative control, ownership, and of course, of course, um, being independent might be the best way to do it. Um, and I can tell you why though, because what a lot of people don't really realize is um when you are on these media outlet um companies or whatever production company, however you call that shit, and along with the studios and shit like that, you gotta come up with funds for producers and engineers. And that's one of the reasons why I chose to record my podcast shows from the comfort of my home. And who says that a podcast got to be at a fucking expensive studio? Because I remember, somebody told me that the recording podcast studios in New York is like mad expensive. It's like between $253 and up, and I wasn't having it. I got two bills that I have to worry about. You know what I'm saying? And to sum up the advice that I actually said to every new podcaster that's trying to create a show or whatever, you can check out the Anchor app, which is anchor.fm, which is the phone app, and be sure to check out the website anchor.fm. And if you don't have the phone app, don't worry, there's a website for it, so you can get yourself a head start on it. All right. And you know, um, of course, another important thing that I want to stress out is, you know, you don't gotta worry about you don't gotta worry about pleasing other people, man. Because you gotta ask yourself this question too. Are you doing this to are you doing this to make yourself happy, pleasing your family members or your friends and stuff like that that's criticizing you and all that other shit? Because if your answer is yes, you're doing this for yourself, then you might be right. You're doing this for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing this to please everybody, because there are a lot of things in life that's not meant for our parents to understand. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like the idea that, we have to work in an office or whatever, or be a lawyer or be a doctor or any other type of shit whatsoever. I don't really, and the whole post office shit, I'm not really knocking those people or whatever, but at the same time, you know, there is no, I have a preference. Everybody has a preference, man. You can't fault people for having a preference of what type of job they want to be in. And I would much rather, stick to I'd rather stick to the particular job like Big Lots Supermarket, because they're the main people that took me in when no other company wanted to take me. So I got tired of all the rejection. And you know what I'm saying? I really wanted to actually, and I wouldn't have made it 3 years working over there, surviving. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about believing in yourself, and it's all about having confidence in your podcast recording, and 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 also there is no correct way. There is no right or wrong way to doing a podcast, okay? Whoever's telling you all this misleading crap about, there is no fucking rules, man. Come on. Come on, man. There's no fucking rules, man. You just do you and do what's best for you, not for other people, though, man. Now, listen, man, let's go out with a fucking bang with some explosions right here, man. And some shots. Of course. All right. So, listen, man. I want to say thank you so much to everybody who's been taking the time to listen to the episode, especially episode 73. Also, it really means a lot to the people in Atlanta, Georgia, along with other areas in Georgia, and Los Los Angeles, California, and certain areas of California, along with everybody that took the chance to listen, including Chicago, including everybody, including Canada, who actually took the chance to listen, um, and especially all over the world outside the USA who took the chance to actually, listen to me and what I had to offer as far as like, my thoughts on certain things or whatever. So that really means a lot to me. And I do appreciate every single one of you who took the time to actually listen to the episodes, even though you may not understand the name of the show. But I did explain in the first episode and other episodes ago if you didn't understand the name of it, the meaning behind it or whatever. So just pay attention, man, and stay tuned for more topics and more future episodes and stuff like that. And of course, I know pretty much everybody has Halloween plans. I'm gonna try to come up with new sound effects for Halloween. So so wait and see. This is more of a wait and see type shit. So stick around with me and I'll surprise you with some Halloween sound effects, all right? And listen, and I am gonna do a review on some Halloween movies and maybe TV shows and maybe perhaps you know Halloween podcast recommendations and stuff like that on my other show, which is Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast. In case you didn't get a chance to listen to it and you missed the previous episodes whatsoever, be sure to do the same. Be sure to catch up on the episodes. I just did episode 21, and also um I did do a quick side note that my Mozilla browser crashed, so I had to refresh the whole recording so I could continue where I left off. So I did a nice recovery on there, so don't worry about all that haywire shit. I took care of it already, so I just want to stress that out. And along with episode 70, I believe I actually did a little mess up there. So that's not really I mean shit happens, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this is G Money Stacks, man, and you have been listening to Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, episode 73. And I hope you guys are safe and sound. Stay masked up. Make sure you have your water and your Gatorade along with your electrolytes, your vitamin D, all that other good shit. So I'm clocking out. This is me signing off, man. Thank you very much for listening, watching, and rocking with me so far as we approach this 1 year anniversary of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast. I am very proud to actually do this and reach that one big milestone, man. And and I'm just gonna give myself an applause for this one, even though I don't have any calls with me. Hopefully in the future I might you know add some co-hosts. Who knows, man? It depends on the schedules and stuff like that. So that's just gonna be a wait and see as well. So So I hope you guys um be safe out there. Be sure to look out for one another. And the most important thing to me is, you know, unity, hope, creativity, creative control, ownership, alongside with alongside with resilience. And of course, you know, take care of your mental health, man, because that's important to you than pleasing other people in competition. All right. Self-care is important. That's what matters the most. I'm out of here. Peace and one love, and have a good night.